Hey guys, it's Rollcups and boy do I have one for you today. It's another guide and that's right, it's 20 million experience an hour and 25 million raw gold an hour at the same time. The best part, you never have to move. We're just off the back of a 9-hour stream where we've done this live and we worked out all the kinks so you don't have to. Now the main thing is we're going to be starting with, it's better to run this as a group. Now I'm sure a lot of you maybe don't have people you can run with. And as solo you can still expect 10 to 11 million experience an hour and 15 million gold, but I would recommend finding friends, and that's what my comment section is for. Find people, drop your battle nets. When I was running it on stream yesterday, they were throwing them all in. Everyone was just throwing their battle nets into the chat and there was groups after groups. Spam it galore, work together. I am setting up a Discord for the future as well. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be heading to this location on the map. We're in a place called Garin Undercroft and we are just to the east of Corbach in Scoresglen. I'll leave this on the map a moment so you can get your bearings. And the reason we're here is because we're after an event that spawns called Bishibosh, who's actually named after an enemy in Diablo 2. I said in yesterday's video that this method works on multiple events. Now the one I was at was at one for Shaco, but the people thought that that was the best zone for experience, and maybe I didn't explain myself correctly, so I apologise. But there is one better than this zone, which you can get 34 to 40 million an hour, but it's very finicky and it's incredibly hard to do, where this one is 18 to 20 million experience and it's much more reliable. Now, there are some key disclaimers here. You have to activate the exploit solo. So if you try and do this in a group, it just doesn't work. Meaning you all have to split off, and when one of you finds it, they will activate the glitch, which I'm about to show you how to do, and then you join on them. If you try and do this as a group, it just won't work. So what we're going to do is you're going to find, say you get a group of 4, and you're going to all go to the location, have each other on Battle.net, and you'll all try it. And that brings me up to number 2 actually. As you will want to have people join on you, you can't use the Nightmare Dungeon Reset method. You technically can if you're doing solo, but as you want to do in a group, means you're going to have to come into the dungeon, go check to see if it's up, so this one isn't. You would then come out of the dungeon and you will reset. For those who don't know how to reset, you click escape, you click leave game, you wait until it says 6 seconds, and then when it clicks 6 seconds, you leave the game, you come back in, and when you go inside, there will be a different instance there, and you'll do that on repeat. If you do the Nightmare Dungeon Reset, people can't join you, they'll always join to a different game, and it wouldn't work as a team. And the final disclaimer is, unlike the Cannibal ones that I released yesterday, and also there was multiple YouTubers have borrowed that for their own content and claimed it as their own, not calling out any names. But the successful window for this is much smaller, meaning you need to be much more accurate, but I'll explain it into the video. I'm going to put into a pre-recorded clip of me actually doing it live on stream, and it was my first attempt, so it was a bit sloppy, but I have done it twice more since then, first time upon seeing it. It's much easier when you actually get the hang of it. Let's get into the clip. At this point I am going to remind people to subscribe, because if you are not subscribed then you may miss out on future situations like this. This may get hotfixed in 3 hours, but if you were subscribed you would have been in early and got yourself say 60-70 million. That's even at max level, that's 4 levels worth of experience. So make sure you subscribe to not miss out on any content. So you're going to start it, and as soon as you go around and you see that it is the altar of Bishibosh, you are going to kill off the shamans so you can kill the altar in the middle. Now, I actually did a very poor attempt on my first run, but and I'm sure you'll be able to do a much better one than me. But as you pull the ads, you are going to AoE them all down, kill the shamans specifically so you can murder the altar. You want to kill that as quick as humanly possible. Now, as you can see, if you have any shamans alive, you can't hit the altar, so you need to be hitting the shamans, killing them to allow you to hit it, and as soon as you can do that, the altar will then turn into a lovely elite for you to kill. This here depends on your build of what you'll find easier. For me, the elite, as you're about to say, just dies, because that's the type of build I play, where the altar I really struggle to kill because I can't CC it. Anyway, you're going to kill off the shamans. You are going to kill off the guys that explode, so you are just left with a handful of melee mobs. Now, as you run circles, as you can see, I use scroll wheel to move, so I get lots of nice dots. You are going to run around these enemies until there is 1 second remaining, and then you're going to group them together. This is important. You have to kill them when there is less than half a second remaining. And I don't mean start at 1 second, I mean when there's less than half a second remaining. It's very important to do that. But as you can see, the moment you've done it, all the ads, you'll get a completion for completing it, and then all the ads will repeatedly spawn. People are trying to join on me to try and join on my group. Now, this here went pretty well, as you can see. This was my first attempt. I've done it 3 times more. But let's look what it looks like if you're in a group. Now, once this is activated, all your friends can join on you as long as you have been not got it on Nightmare. So you've just been doing the logout glitch. And this is how manic it looks. Drop wise, you'll get about 2 legendaries every 15 minutes, so it's not great. But as far as gold, the gold adds up, and you will expect about 25 million gold on the floor after an hour. And all 3 of these guys in the party were using elixirs, and they were getting 18,000, after way back to numbers, 917 experience. So that's 19,000 experience in an hour. This is a post edit. Of course, I meant 18.9 million to 19 million experience an hour, and if I don't correct it, somebody in the comments is going to. And realistically, my gameplay was pretty poor. I'm sure one of them made a mistake or two, so 20,000 experience an hour is definitely more than acceptable. Now, that's the run, guys. It's absolutely insane. And as you can see, it's clearing. I mean, I left my corner there, so the corner was too alive, and that's why you definitely can reach your 20 million. And the raw gold just adds up. In the space of 6 minutes, I made about just under 3 million gold. And that it is the fastest gold method in the game at the moment, I believe at least. Now, that's pretty much the guide, so we're just going to summarize one more time, guys. You're going to go over to Scoresglen. You are going to go to the cellar, not be in a party, not have a nightmare dungeon, and you are going to check for Bishibosh. If Bishibosh is not up, you're going to leave, log out, wait until 6 seconds so it doesn't send you back to town, log back in, and walk into the dungeon. Again, if it's not up, you'll repeat. If it is up, you are going to do it solo. When you're doing it, you're going to the final part, so you can just kill the ultras normal, kill the elite. Make sure there's no shamans up near the end, and then get yourself so there is just a few enemies left in the middle of the room that you can run circles. The timing is very important. If you try and do it at 1 second, you will do it too quick. If you try and do it just as it hits 2 seconds, you will still be too quick. You need to wait for it to be 0.00 when it is for about half a second, and then you can kill them. It took me 3 attempts solo to get this right because of the timing issue. However, now since doing that, like I said, I've done it twice more after this, and I've not failed since. So it'll take a while to get used to, but then you'll be able to do it quite comfortably. So that was the run. If you like what you see, don't hesitate to like and subscribe, as it really helps out the channel. Thank you for the members, and until next time, Cubs, you know it. Peace.